Hello, Roadrunner fans. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Coach's Corner. We're here at the Tivoli Tap House as we are here every Monday at 5:30. So come on by for great food and, of course, their famous Tivoli beer. I'm Juan Arellano, your host for today's show. And today we'll bring in women's soccer head coach Tracy Chao to tell us on how her first preseason with the Roadrunners is going, as well as senior defender Justin Glivar. And they're going to be telling us about how excited they are to get their 2017 season underway. So before we get them on the show, we're going to be bringing in some Roadrunners news, as an exciting announcement was made last Friday. The new MSU Denver Athletics Department announced its 2017 Hall of Fame class. 3 individuals and 1 team will be inducted in this prestigious Hall of Fame. The group includes Becca Mays from women's soccer, Martin Richardson from men's soccer, Tracy Thompson from volleyball, and the entire 2010 softball team. The ceremony will take place on October 7th in the Tivoli Turn Hall, so visit roadrunnersathletics.com for more information on how you can get your tickets. All right, Tracy, so welcome to the Coach's Corner, and thank you for being here.
Great, thanks for having me.
All right, Tracy, so it's your first season here at MSU Denver as a head coach for women's soccer. So tell us about how the preseason went as your first season as the head coach.
Yeah, no, it was really good, and it was quick. We hit the ground running on the 14th and did a week of 2-a-days and mixed it in a little bit too. We did you mix it in with team building activities and things off the field that can sort of bridge the new group together. But then, this last week, even though we started school, it was still sort of our preseason. We don't really start our fall competition until this coming weekend when we're at Dallas Baptist and St. Ed's. So, the girls have been going hard. We've been pushing pretty hard, and they've been really engaged and focused, and I think that they're mentally and physically prepared. So, but we'll see when we step on the field on Thursday night. So
what were some of the things that the preseason game showed you about your team?
Yeah, so we opened up with a scrimmage against Laramie County Community College, and it was good. We've been working a lot on different things like our defensive tactical shape and being really organized and how we want to defend, where that pressure is coming from, where that line of confrontation is, in terms of how high we're pressing for non-soccer people and understanding the defensive side. And it's really about staying organized. So that was our real focus. And I said, look, that's what I want us to make sure that we're really paying attention to against LCCC. Yeah. And I thought we did a good job. And then we started to evolve into our offense. And for me, the offense is really focused on being creative and dynamic and having fun with it. You get an opportunity to be on the ball and attack, so have fun with it, make runs, things like that. So we've done a little bit with the offense, but it's really about how strong can we be defensively in our shape. So that's a lot from the scrimmage and seeing players and playing in different areas of the field.
So what are some of the things that you want to instill on your team based on your team philosophy?
Yeah, mental toughness. That's the biggest thing, is mental toughness. The teams that can be in it and consistent and mentally tough throughout the course of the August, September, October, November, December, those are the ones that are successful. You see, I tell the girls, I say, there's times where our games are going to be great, we're going to be on fire, yeah, and times where we're maybe going to be behind the 8 ball in some of these games, but if we're mentally tough, then we'll be hard to break down and hard to beat. So for me, it's, can we stay physically fit and healthy, recover from one game to the other, because soccer season goes by fast. Yeah, so, to recover from a Friday game to a Sunday game is tough. So can we stay healthy, but can we be mentally tough so that throughout the course of the season that we're consistent in our play.
So you mentioned that staying healthy and staying fit is something important for your team. So what do you have to do to maintain the girls at their best physical level all throughout the season?
Yeah, a lot of it is their preparation coming in. So it's how they've trained and worked hard in the summer and coming in. And so you're on a moving train for fall sports. You're jumping right on board. So it's been good. they've been working hard, and so for us, it's Isaiah with our strength and conditioning. He does a lot of injury prevention, flexibility, recovery. Him and Kristen work really close together in making sure that they are recovering and stretching. A lot of ice baths, but right away we can start off getting after it pretty hard. But as the season goes on, it's more about game fitness than it is about just being able to run 120s and things like that. So, it is a part of it right now is getting fit and staying fit. But then, as we get into the season, it's going to be how can we not just survive for 90 minutes or 100 minutes, 110 minutes, but can we compete hard for 90 to 100, 110 minutes?
So for all those fans that are going to watch Roadrunner Soccer for the first time this season, what are some names that are going to stick out to you and to the fans?
Well, hopefully it's not just their first time. Hopefully they're returning and we get new fans. But I think there's going to be, I'm going to be interested to see who fans like and who stands out. I think you've got your returners like Elise Boynard in the midfield. She's obviously proven herself over the course of her time here, and Raina Banks is a dynamic forward. But we've got Bree Sanchez and Brenda up top that just give us a lot of pace.
And they're very explosive too on the wing.
Very explosive, And you've got a couple of just solid players that hold it for us. I think McKenna's done a really good job. Naeli's a returning player too, but you've got freshmen like Samantha Bailey, who I think people are going to like on the flank. As a defender, getting up and down and defending, and Jordan Lewis and Mariah and I think I could just name them all. And Delaney, they're all different. And they all have a good role. I think that they can play for us. So I think I'll leave it up to the fans to say who they like.
All right. So and for all you fans out there, you could watch all the games that are going to be played at home here on Stretch Internet. So you wouldn't want to miss any of the players that Coach Chao just mentioned. And you guys just hosted the alumni game here at the Regency Athletic Complex. So how was it seeing the current team play against some former MSU Denver All-Stars, you could say?
Yeah, it was good. It was actually a really fun event. I didn't, my first alumni event here, so I didn't know what to expect. Alumni games are always a mixed bag of returning players, but I was pleasantly surprised with how well the alumni were, and I got a chance to sit and chat with them afterwards, and they were like, we were so organized. We had our substitutions on tag. We knew we had a game plan. We had formation. And then, I told the girls in the very first part of the game, I looked over and I said, there's a reason why there's stars on your chest, and it's from them. There were 6 to 8 players that were on the field that were All-Americans and national champions. So, these are players that have had huge impact on the program, and and a lot of them still love to play, and ultimately they're so competitive still. I'm still competitive. And so, when they step on the field, they're playing to win, and I think that was fun for them to see, and eye-opening, and a good environment for our current players to say, wow, look at how well the alumni are connected and coming back. We had an amazing showing. So, thanks to all the alum that came out. I think that was awesome, and their support. But I think the biggest thing is say, hey, these were the girls that started the foundation and the tradition of MSU Denver soccer, and now let's keep building on them.
Yeah, so all of them coming back just talks about the culture of the program and how like it has been growing and it has been at the top level since Coach Danny Sanchez and now with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
So as a head coach, what are you looking on while your team is playing, like the alumni, what are you looking for? Are you just looking for the fundamentals that they're doing it right, or are you just letting them out there and play for fun?
Yeah, it's a fun game, absolutely, but I think a lot of it too is just making sure that we're getting out of what we need to get out of it. Seeing players, it's still early, we got to see players in different positions, players that are new, especially the younger players, getting them some experience in playing at the collegiate level and getting minutes under their legs at this level. We train a lot and play each other a lot, but to actually have competition ahead of you, so it's good experience. So for me, it wasn't anything, and even in the LCCC game, it wasn't about the opponent. It's more about us and focusing on how we work together, what our focuses are, and getting players some minutes and experience to prepare for the season.
All right, so you guys are gonna go to Texas and play out some top quality rivals to begin the season. So Talk to us, how important is this road trip going to be? Is it going to be a bonding experience? And also it's going to be against non-conference rivals, so how different is that from playing rivals in the RMAC?
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome experience. You know, they played DBU last year and tied them 0-0 in a double overtime game. So, you know, it will be good. It's going to be sort of a lot of unknowns. I think DBU's got a lot of new players, 11 new freshmen as well. So, you know, it's new style, new coaches, new players. So it's going to be a really good indication of where we're at. In our first weekend in terms of playing a Thursday and turning around playing Saturday. So it gives us a real indicator of how the season rhythm's going to be and how we adjust to Dallas Baptist on a Thursday and turn around and play St. Ed's on a Saturday. Two very good teams. So I'm excited to watch us play.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Hi, my name is Yannick Schad. I'm a center mid at MSU Denver.
Yannick Schad for MSU Denver. They're doing a great job holding off Samuel Jackson.
And you're watching the Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
I'm Justin Glivar, senior defender at MSU Denver.
As they'll try and get a through ball, but Glivar does well to knock it out of play.
And you're watching the Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
Right. So glad you're back with us here at the Coach's Corner, and make sure to visit shopmsudenver.com to pick up your Roadrunners gear, from t-shirts to jackets to water bottles to sweatpants to much more. Make sure shopmsudenver.com is your home for MSU Denver apparel. So now with us on the Coach's Corner, senior defender Justin Glivar. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so it's going to be your senior year now. How excited are you? How has it been 4 years here at MSU Denver?
I'm definitely excited for my senior year. Like I said previously, it's my last year, so I'm going to give everything I have. It's definitely gone fast, the 4 years I've been here. It feels like just yesterday I was just a freshman, so definitely goes by way quicker than definitely what I expected. And I mean, even the older guys, as soon as I got here, they're like, it's going to go by as quick as, like, as soon as you get here, and like before you know, you're going to be done. And they're definitely right. So
all right, so you guys lost some amazing players from last year's team, Berg, Gillis, and Belfridge, and Trujillo. So you're one of the seniors now, and what do you have to do now as you're one of the leaders of the team?
Just on my part is just being more consistent and being just the role model for the younger guys, and trying to, I guess, just be the example for the team in a sense. I thought all those guys last year led incredibly, and they all led in their own unique way. Yeah. So it's just kind of my thing to try to build off of what they left for me, and just to do my best. So just what I'm trying to do is just be the best role model I can be for the younger guys and the guys that are already here. So
I know when we interviewed you in the preseason package, you mentioned how important it is to play Roadrunner soccer. So what does Roadrunner soccer mean to you? Like, what's that style mean to you?
Just for me, I mean, we play a different style of soccer from the rest of the RMAC. I mean, Tittle tries to really play, which I really like a lot. So just not your typical just long balls and stuff like that. So really building the ball up, and really almost in a sense like almost like the Barca mentality.
Yeah,
tiki-taka. Tiki-taka. Trying to keep the ball and stuff, and then being able to penetrate at the right times and keep the ball at the right times and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a great honor to be able to wear Roadrunners on my chest, and it's definitely a different style of soccer.
All right, so with so many new faces on the team, 15 new players, I believe, How important is chemistry being pushed on you guys?
I mean, it's always been pretty important to be just together, to have that togetherness, and to be able to be as one team. So I mean, that's bonding outside of soccer, being able to just hang out with the guys and stuff like that. I know preseason, that first week, we had a lot of meetings together, and we were spending 2 to 3 hours together and stuff like that. So really getting to know the new guys and stuff like that, and being able to put it back on the field, because the better chemistry you have, the more you get to be successful and stuff like that. So.
All right, so you mentioned that you guys did a lot of stuff during the preseason, and you guys also won 3 of your games in the preseason. So what could you take from those victories that are going to help you during the regular season? I
think really just carrying the momentum forward. Obviously, there's still a lot to build on, no matter what team there is. Every single player is going to say there's more to be done. So I think really for us is just being able to carry the momentum that we had from the previous games and to keep going forward and to keep building off of it. So. All
right, so you guys are going to start your 2017 campaign this weekend against St. Edwards and against St. Mary's in Texas. So how excited are you to get your final season underway, going, and how is this going to be a team bonding experience for you guys, this road trip?
Definitely, I'm super excited. I went there my freshman year, and we went down there, and we got 2 wins down there, and we started off my freshman year 6-0 going into the season. So I'm really hoping that we can have the same success that we had down there previously. I feel like if we have a really good start against St. Ed's, I feel like great things can definitely come this season. So I'm really excited to get down there and get going. And of course, it's just more time to get to know the guys, and for the newer faces, the guys, the international guys, it's another state that they can see, and it's really cool. So I'm definitely super excited to get going.
All right, so let's get to know you a little bit off the field. So you're a Colorado Springs native. So what made you choose MSU Denver over any other school?
I think just the area it's in. Also, my brother was here, so he was kind of the influence. I really liked Ken Parsons as a coach and the way he talked about the program and stuff like that. It just got me super excited, and being close to home, obviously it helps financially, and being able to see my family and my family be able to come to my games and stuff like that. It's always nice to be able to have that support and be able to hear them say my name on the sidelines and stuff like that when I'm on the field. So.
All right, so your bio at roadrunnersathletics.com says that you're majoring in nursing, and that you also plan to join the Navy after you graduate. So what do you want to do in the Navy, and does nursing play a big role in that?
Well, I actually switched my majors to exercise science and a minor nutrition. So exactly what my brother did. So my bio's a little old. It's kind of funny, but I still want to join the military. I don't know if it's going to be the Navy, Army, or the Marines, but I still want to go that route. My dad was a big influence on me. He was in there for about 23 years.
Wow.
And my mom's a nurse. So what I kind of plan to do is, after I get my degree here, I want to enlist and then pursue either a nursing degree or possibly become a physician's assistant and stay in there long term so I can be successful just like my dad. So.
All right, so you have mentioned your brother a couple times here in the interview, and he has been a big influence on you. So just kidding around, who do you say is going to be who's the best soccer player on the family?
I would definitely say me, that's for sure.
And why is that? Like, what makes you better than your brother?
I mean, we both have different style of play, that's for sure. But for me, I would say I'm more aggressive. I have that, just that bit more of an intensity and aggressiveness that he didn't lack. So I feel like that's what really separates both of us, and I really just try to give my heart out there. So.
All right, so, and also as a soccer player, who do you look up to? Who do you watch videos of before you play? Like, I know when I was growing up, I watched a lot of Kaká because he was my favorite player. So who's your favorite player? Who has inspired you? And
I would definitely say Messi, not from my position, but Messi just in general. He's a great player. He's very humble. He knows how to use his team. He's a team player. For my position, personally, I would say Dani Alves.
Oh, yeah.
Dani Alves, he's a beast up the field. He knows how to go forward and stuff like that. So I definitely try to look after him. I've definitely watched a lot of videos on him just going forward and trying just how great he is on the ball and stuff like that.
All right, well, stick around, guys, as we're going to be coming back with more of Justin Glivar here in the Coach's Corner.
The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference is committed to sportsmanship.
We take pride in the conduct of our student athletes and coaches.
And ask that everyone, coaches, athletes, and spectators, treat opponents and officials with respect.
We encourage you to cheer for your favorite team.
Unruly, threatening, or obscene behavior will not be condoned.
Thank you for your cooperation and support.
Don't you worry, my child. Everything's gonna be just fine. Little darling, you keep on walking, 'cause I ain't never gonna leave your side.
As kids fall in love with sports, our universities are working every day to keep college sports safe, so you can watch them play with a little less worry and a little more joy.
I'm Emily Romer, junior defender for the women's soccer team.
Find Alexi Marr, the tallest player on the pitch, and it's gonna be a goal. Emily Romer with that header.
And you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
I'm Cassie Fisher, senior defender for Metro State women's soccer team.
And coming in, nice job there by Fisher.
You're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
All right, so welcome back, and before we continue with Justin Glivar, we want to tell you about a great event happening here on September 8th. It's the Tivoli Tap House 2-year anniversary, and they're having a party from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. They'll be hosting live music from Woodshed, Red, The Wildflowers, Steel Horse Swing, and On Vinyl Tonight. Admission is absolutely free, but students and faculty can purchase unlimited tasters throughout the website at tivolibreweryco.com. You can use promo code MUG2017 for a 20% discount to win all kinds of great prizes. Okay, now, so we're going to continue with Justin Glivar here. So you mentioned that your brother also played here at MSU Denver, so, and that your styles were a little bit different. So what do you remember about him playing here that has stuck with you ever since?
I think just I went to a lot of his games when I was younger and watched him play. Just trying to, I've always in a sense he's been my role model playing and stuff like that, so I've watched him play hundreds of games and stuff like that. So just watching what he's done wrong, what he's done good, and just try to keep that in the back of my mind and trying to improve what he did wrong or what he did good and try to do it to the best of my ability.
All right, so we also talked about how there's going to be a lot of new faces here on the team. Who are some players that stand out to you, and why did they stand out?
For me, some of the new guys, Kyle, he's going to be one of the new center backs. He leads on and off the field. He definitely has a voice. He definitely goes all out, and he makes some big tackles, and he's definitely a good defender. I would say also Mo, too, in the midfield. He's very calm on the ball, knows how to move in, distribute the ball and stuff like that. And then Neil's up top and Hector as well. They're both big guys, and they know how to hold the ball up just like Josh. So that's something that's good to have as well, someone that can hold up the ball, two guys that can hold up the ball.
And how is this team different from last year's team, based on styles, based on players?
I think something that's really unique that I think Metro has never really had in a long time is the height. We have a lot of guys that are over 6 foot. Like, I'm one of the shorter guys.
Europeans,
yeah, I'm one of the shorter guys on the team now. So I think that's something that's very unique that brings to us, and something that's also unique is we have a lot of guys that are new guys, 15 new guys. I think the biggest class that came in was when I came in, and I think there was 8 of us, and now there's only I think 2 of us left that were here. So I think that's something that's definitely different, but it's also good because you get a lot of new faces and a lot of unique personalities to the game, and I think it also helps out with a lot of the international guys because they grew up in a different culture with growing up to play different soccer and stuff
they have
like
different styles definitely than the American players.
So I think it's really unique how Tittles definitely brought in internationals to our program, and they're able to incorporate different things that they've grew up learning and wherever they're from, and bringing it to us, and we're learning off of them too. So.
All right, so you guys usually start the season with non-conference opponents that are really strong. How is the harder non-conference opponents way different than the opponents from the RMAC?
I'll definitely say with the RMAC, we're able to be a little bit familiar with those guys, coming from last year to this year and stuff like that. I feel like the out-of-conference games, you never know what you can really get. A lot of them are a lot tougher, like St. Ed's. I think I looked last night, they're ranked number 9 in the nation this year. So,
well, you guys could upset. You guys could definitely move
exactly.
up, right?
We could definitely move up. So I'm hoping that'll happen. And then obviously we saw Western Washington, Seattle Pacific, and St. Ed's last year. So we should be able to be a little familiar with them. But it's always difficult because you never know what you can get from those teams.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so you mentioned in the preseason interviews that you wanted to bring in titles to MSU Denver. Do you think that's going to be the case this season with all the new players, and what's going to give you the edge over the other RMAC opponents as well?
I feel like every goal is to always bring in titles and championships and everything like that. I think that's really different about our team this year is, like I said, our togetherness and our culture, and I think our chemistry too, and how we play a different style of soccer from the rest of the RMAC.
Yeah.
So I think that can really be a good advantage that we have against all the other RMAC teams.
All right, so this is going to be your senior year at MSU Denver, like we mentioned, and you were coached under Ken Parsons to begin with, and now you're coached under Coach Tittle. How are their styles different, and what could you take over, like, from one to the other?
Ken was definitely very blunt. I think a lot of the older people have been here that have known Ken and known Tittle will definitely say that their both personalities are totally different.
Yeah.
But the thing with Ken was he was very blunt, but he was also very constructive too, I thought, in my opinion. And I really liked how he was very vocal, just because that always pushed me when I hear someone yelling my name to do something better, to go out there and get the next step. With Tittle, I like Tittle a lot too. He's very collected, very calm. He definitely has a different approach to the game.
Yeah.
He's very intelligent when it comes to different styles of play and stuff like that. And Tittle's very unique, but I like him a lot. He's a very good coach, so I'm definitely grateful to be able to have him in our program and for him to be able to lead our team.
All right, Justin, well, thank you so much for being here at the Coach's Corner, and we wish you the best of luck in Texas, you and your team.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And we're going to have a list of upcoming games as the teams get going on with their official season here this weekend. All right, so we mentioned that Justin and his men's soccer team will venture south to Texas to take on St. Edwards on Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time. Then it's on to San Antonio on Sunday to take on St. Mary's University at 1 p.m. The women will also be in the Lone Star State this week to take on Dallas Baptist on Thursday at 7 p.m. and against St. Edwards on Saturday at 1 p.m. All these times are Central Time. Our volleyball team will open their 2017 season in Seaside, California to take on 4 teams in 2 days. Coach Jenny Glenn and her squad will match up against Dixie State and Cal Poly Pomona on Friday and against Northwest Nazarene and Cal State Monterey on Saturday. So we wish the best of luck to Coach Glenn and her squad. And finally, our cross-country team is also in action as they head to Fort Collins to compete in the Colorado State University duels on Friday. So make sure to keep up with all our teams at roadrunnersathletics.com. So we're so glad you were able to join us here at the Coach's Corner, and make sure to follow us on Twitter at Metro State Sports, where you could stay up to date with all the teams, including men's soccer. So we want to wish Coach Tracy Chao and Justin Glivar here. We want to thank them for being here at the Coach's Corner, and we'll see you next week at the same time, at the same place, here at roadrunnersathletics.com.